Let's try that. Testing 1, 2. Alright, cool. Let's round 2 that cleric beast. Tempted to go and get part of a gas coin from the plaza. Because why not? And then immediately go and cheese it with the Hunter's Axe. I was on Twitch yesterday. Speed ran through the Central Yarnum. Got the armour that I needed, etc. Got the weapon. Saw spear. Found Eileen. So Eileen the Crow Hunter is the best NPC in the game. Closely followed by Henrik. Yeah. Oh, I got this game as soon as it came out. That just so happened to be the time when we got PS4. The wife and I. And yeah. Sadly, I very quickly became addicted to it. So sadly, like it's a bad thing. However, as knowledgeable as I am, I'm also rusty as shit. Obviously the game came up as Game of the Month months back, so I thought I'd install it. I do have the disc one, obviously, but it just makes the PlayStation run a bit quieter. Interesting blood smear. Right, let's try this again. Maybe we'll go with the axe. It's got better reach. Okay, that was unexpected. Have to be careful with that because that wipes out all my stamina. 52 damage. The big leagues. This time that dodge. He's going through. Okay. There goes all my stamina. Nice one. Let's just do this. Not locked on, to be honest. The nice mechanic in this game is if you go after the same limb repeatedly, you'll weaken it like that. Let's get some stamina back. Sort of boxing myself in, but I want to weaken another limb. Can't. There we go. Happy days. Go for a grab? Yeah. Just didn't anticipate that quick enough. Be annoyed. Yeah, he's quite upset, isn't he? Let's run away and heal quickly. He's also doing the same. Shoot. Anyone ever play that Sonic game, Sonic the Whale? It's kind of what I imagine this guy looks like a little bit. System in this game is absolutely fantastic. Something Dark Souls 3 sort of did with a ring, I believe. No thanks. This is proving to be difficult. The one in the old Yarnum is going to be quite tricky. So rusty. Lovely jubblies. Now I'm going to be a little bit of a chicken, go back to the dream, level up, and then go after gas coin. Because why not?
Welcome. What is it? Very well.
So I'm kind of doing a quality build here, getting the arcane up so that there's more item drops. That's what the discovery stats for. Every time you level up, your physical defense goes up, so essentially it makes the game easier on the whole. And the arcane stat 15 means we can use a bunch of hunter tools coming up, but I think I'm going to notch up the vitality a little bit just so that if I take 1 or 2 hits it's not as panic inducing. Let's do that and let's do that, that makes the axe a bit stronger, although I'm not seeing an increase in the stats, so not that much stronger. Let's go with vitality for now. Because I plan on cheesing Father Gascoigne anyway, let's be honest.
Farewell, good hunter.
In a bit, bish. Where's the old boy? Buggered off. Did it. Go again. There's a grave that will be relevant later. Anything here that we want and or need? None of that. That's just unnecessary. I opened all the shortcuts, so we'll go there. Let's go get Father Gascoigne. And then sort his little girl out. After we've been to Odin Chapel. That's a good point. Let's get the full screen back, there we go.
You are cursed.
Cursed, am I? Oh yeah, but it will be soon. I'm gonna get the runes for it and the beast claws from the dungeon, because banter. Should have seen me trying to do that yesterday, my timing was god awful. So the, what was it, skill? Yeah, the skill stat affects your visceral attacks and how effective they are. So a little cheeky manoeuvre you can do here is to literally peg it right up the inside of the bridge for a number of reasons. First is you get past all them, but secondly, this guy will injure himself on that. And there we are. Transfer back next to the shield out of the way, so we can just kill that guy. And then we go and pick off whatever's left over there. In a memento. We're not going to bother making any blood bullets in this boss fight, because must have had about 1 HP, the cheeky devil. Alright. None of these guys actually got wiped out by the boulders, so that's annoying. Now, what I tend to do is our visceral... Should we call it a corporator? That could be quite funny. Nah. Maybe. After I deal with this anyway, because people are dumb. So, I'm going to visceral this guy. And then hopefully deal with that guy and hopefully not die, because that would be embarrassing. For example, he's already sort of stepped around me, that's weird. Oh. essentially some perks, kind of carol rooms, that's what they call it in this game. The function like rings in the normal Dark Souls, those of you out there who've played this game know that. Right. And then, I never actually bothered to check, but there's no sprite in there, is there? There's no model. The gas guy, he's just in there. So if we can call in some assistance, let's make sure I've got passwords and things off. No password, good. It's usually something rude, so that would have been a trifle bit embarrassing. Searching for the chime of a small resonant bell. Whilst we're doing that, I will get rid of you. Shake off the cape because it is the best emote. And then the question is, where is this person? Are they down there? Are they up here? Where are they? Hey up, Chuck. Super Bobby. I rarely play with a headset mic, so if you can hear me, I fully intend on cheesing this guy from the other side of a gravestone. This game is just chock full of tragedy. I've hammered some buttons to skip the cutscene, so we'll just see if Matey Boy Super Bobby has as well. Possibly not. So we'll see how we get on.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
Oh, I do love this game. I really hope this guy doesn't spam the tiny music box, because that would be annoying. Or die, because that would also be annoying. Ah, he jumped. Alright, gravestones and cheese.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
Oh, thought he was going to get a visceral off then, that would have been annoying. Alright, transform the axe. One-handed because he's OP. OP gas coin. Alright, now for the music box. Just axe. Just pure axe. Oh, that's annoying. And we did it. Didn't even have to cheese. Whoop whoop. Thanks for the assist there, buddy. Hasta mañana. I'm not gonna lie, the conviction or Dark Souls equivalent is something to do with resolve, I think, but it is the best emote. Light the lamp. Go and get the item over there. Which, spoiler alert, is a gem of sorts to go into our weapon to enhance its abilities. This one, as well as increasing damage, gives you slightly more percentage of regain, I believe. Just give this a little whoops. How'd you just see what it does? Ah, that's it. There we go. Fancy pantsy. I will pop that open as soon as we go to the workshop, because ultimately there's no point right now. So yeah, this chap, as I said before, is going to be a quality-ish build, which just means he's going to have a little bit of everything. Jack of all trades, master of none. Going to favour skill over the other attack stats, but that's purely for preference because I do love the bladed weapons that we have access to later that require a bit of arcane to use as well. Spoiler alerts. A few pay attention to the bottom right hand corner, you can see our little unfortunate soul there. Any second I see him couching on the floor. There he is. And we've made it to Odin Chapel, and thus the bell chimes. Having defeated the two bosses, that means that Yusefka would have been replaced by now, which is really sad, but there we go. Poo happens. What do I usually speedrun and do before I go to Old Yarnum? Oh yeah, that's right. Let's go and collect some stuff from down here. So it's a bit of a leap when you finish gas guns coming up here. You'll notice that instead of 2-3 hits for an enemy, it's more like 6. Yeah, that was poor timing on my point. I actually don't know if Gascoigne actually hit me in that fight, you know. I don't think he did. I obviously had help, so I'm not like, well, check me out or anything. First time I played this game, and this happened. I thought it was broken. Zone warped. I was quite upset about that, not gonna lie. Almost got proper outraged at the fact that something killed me. I think if we stand still and hide here, this will just bypass us. Because a bit confined here. Ah shit. Oh well, time to run. Don't think he'll follow us down here. So we got one dead ahead, birds to the left, right, and everywhere. And then here's little brother, big brother. Yeah, that giant, but he's not coming this way, is he? Starting to get a bit worried, I'm not gonna lie. Whee! Yeah, he's like shit. Alright, cool. I'll also try to keep the language polite and decent for every and any audience, but I can't promise anything. I'll also try not to scream like a little person. Let's see how we go. I don't think that giant comes back down here. I really hope he doesn't. There we go. If I didn't already, I'll be upgrading this exhaust bit because shocking. Just keep going to get that regain in. There we go. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Annoyingly, the hitbox of the birds, they've got quite a good reach once they get going. They'll just accelerate straight into you. Now, this may or may not pay off, but let's put you in there just whilst we're here. Just a bit of inventory management. I'm not going to use that ever again, unfortunately. Sorry, pardon me. What we're going to do is we're going to run past this guy to get this thing over here. I'm about to get smashed in with a boulder, so I'm going to move. Oh no. Gotta use my mouth to unclick the R3 button there. You disappeared already, my friend? I think you have. Well, I'm not going to mess around with that. Go down the stairs and get a... Ooh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a blood gem down there, I believe. And I think that was more bloodstone shards. That happens sometimes. Quite odd. Don't know why. Anyway. Let's go back and round up some NPCs. Back to the dream to level up and acquire 5 gas coins attire, I believe. Because avoiding that sweet, sweet poison build up. I do not want. It's interesting when you look at the game in the reverse, because that's supposed to represent a bridge, but God knows which one, because I don't know where that comes and goes to. That must be the one that leads from Odin Chapel, because there's like a massive bridge plate there, but I think that's very confusing. But I think that's supposed to be the one that leads across to essentially the Hunter's Workshop tower thing. It's the only thing. I love the map. I love the fact that you can stand in Yharnam and look at any other portion of essentially the map. Just received some posts, but that freaked me out. Good old poster making loads of noise. These guys have respawned. Lovely. That means everyone else is back. Oh, but his big rolling ball's not here. How annoying! These guys have all triggered in reverse, and I don't know if that's because I went out into the cathedral ward and then came back, but everyone's back. How much fun is that? So that shows... Okay. Don't worry, I don't have a big orange eyeball, it's the goggles. I coloured them in a sort of tea colour, because why not? Sort of sepia tones. Cardinal sin, I let the stamina run out. Haha, right, no fun. Oh yeah, pop back as we have time, just to kill this guy, because he's not going to leave me alone. Hunters, killers, every one of you. Anyway, Gilbert, give me that flamethrower. Thank you. I know, buddy, I know. Tragic what happens with Gilbert. No, I do not want to return the Hunter's stream, because I forgot what I came here to do. Hey, look. So, this guy should be... there he is. Over the arm. Ultimately, I don't have access to any weapons that I actually want to use right now. So we're just going to stick with... that was odd. Yeah, sadly I think with the way the firmware's going to update itself and stuff, obviously the game's going to start glitching a little bit more.
If you please. If you find anyone who's still here, you can assure them, please, do. I
believe that is old Yosefka. She hasn't been murdered yet, but we'll know if there's a weapon in this hand. That looks like a hunter's chain to me.
If you find anyone, you can assure them, please.
R.I.P. See, the popular theory is that that is an imposter, and that the blue thing standing next to it is what happened to the original Yosefka. She got experimented on and became a jellyfish. What does that mean, you ask? Well, stay tuned and you'll find out. But the thought I had is obviously everyone is going slightly bonkers thanks to the moon presence, messing everyone about. Where am I going? I need the old lady. I don't know why I came this way. I think it was just to run through the crowd and show off. I think I'm going to get shot in the back if I'm not quick. Yeah, but my opinion is, I know it's a different voice actress, but that could be purely a subsequence of logistics if they decided to add the fact that Yosefka became a bad person. So, I need an NPC over there and an NPC over here. The best way around to do that is to kill this guy, because otherwise he stalks me up the stairs. Yeah, so I think that the character just goes mad and they had to substitute a different voice actress to display that. But obviously everyone then has the theory that, oh, you know, it's an imposter and she's made a space alien out of the other one. But, yeah, I believe it's the same person. The different voice actress is because, oh, that person's already come in to do their lines, that's a shame. Now let's use the brooch before I accidentally skip the dialogue and damn it, and give it back to her, because that sort of stuffs the quest line up quite royally.
Hello.
Did you find my mum?
Oh,
No.
okay, but isn't
I mean-
there something I can do? Maybe we're waiting for me. What do you think?
So I'm going to basically send everyone in this game to Odin Chapel
Thanks, I love
because
you.
I'm not going to sacrifice anybody. Now unfortunately she's not going to make it. I've had an NPC, not an NPC, I've had one of these bad guys here. Well actually I'll try and show you much later into the gameplay, but essentially something quite bizarre occurred. Oh, yeah. I had to cut that short because I wasn't going to make it. Good old L2 just for a horizontal sweep. Why am I going this way? I don't need to. So that's where you can find Eileen over there where that glowing light is, because she's standing next to a lamp, or there's a torch. But yeah. Oh yeah, let's have a little look at the map, shall we? So here's the sewers that you run through. The place where you can get the hunter's attire is that shelf there. That's by going through the sewers. That's the bridge I ran across a minute ago. And then the old lady that I'm about to go and see is over there on that bridge. But yeah, the bridge reaching into the distance, that's where Gascon is. There's the old hunter's workshop. And then we might be able to see the clock tower from here, but I guess not. Anyways, not even sure why I came down here, to be honest. I will early on be spending some insight to get some more armor sets, but thanks to the game update where you can save up 50 insight and then buy a rock with it so that you can upgrade your weapons quite nicely. Cool. No, there we go, thank you. Now there's one loose, if I'm lucky one more will jump out. Go away. Alright, 2 birds, 1 stone. Lovely. There's one loose over there. Always learn what your transformation attacks do, because they're always worth using, because they're quite quick sometimes. The wind-up's a bit slower sometimes. Sometimes it's faster. It's really handy to know. Yeah, love. Ungrateful cow. So you're coming to Odin Chapel with the other one. Now, I should... Best way about this is probably to run back across there. So, we're going to go and use the lift. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to essentially reload the area by going to... No thanks, guys. Didn't I kill them a minute ago? Anyway. Oh, you're in the wall. Go ahead. Michael Jackson's off the wall and you're stuck in it. Life's hard. So you can smash her its hyper armor and make his shield go, but if you just use a transform attack, that'll do it for you. If you die, can you give me the item? Oh. Anyone played the game and gone through Yahoo Ghoul? Bless. Right. To be honest, we can run across to the other side and go down the ladder, but I'm just gonna, you know, I'm not concerned that the pig's gonna kill me if it does. You know, shame on me, really. So we need to have a look and see if the game has progressed to a point where this pig is carrying some surprises for us. Too early. Okay. That was weird. Maybe God knows what happened there. Right, we have an item here. I'm not sure if it's the one I want. It's not, so she's not run across yet. Basically, the little girl in her effort to get to Central Yarn, and actually, might work if I just use one of these. Where is that going to bring me out? Top of the ladder, I believe, is where I spawned in. Yeah. And that should reload the area and should make the little girl try and make the journey from her house, where we spoke to her through the window, to Erdon Chapel. And for whatever reason, she runs through the sewers, which is ill advice, but she is only a little nipper, so... Oh, woe is me. Oh. But that should force the game to reload the area. To be fair, this is actually quite sort of handy as long as I don't slip and fall down this ladder, because that would be hilarious. Anyone who's played Dark Souls 2 and 3 know that you can map jump to your L3 stick, so you can be running, click the button in and jump, and that's great. But in these older games, I say in the older games, Bloodborne was being developed at the same time. Just make sure Henrik's not here, because I haven't spoken to Eileen yet. I'm pretty sure you have to go for Old LeonAmong first, before that little particular event kicks off. Anywho, in this game, you just have to run and then tap circle, which is a bit annoying, because certain platformy bits that you have to do, choose to do, are increasingly difficult when with that control method. I'm just going to run past these guys, they shouldn't detect me, no good. Bits and pieces from the scenery loading in and odd angles. Do me a favour? Ah, that's annoying. Oh well. Away, the foul beast! That's annoying. Oh, that's annoying also. Shit. Pardon my language. There we go. Registered a bit annoying enough to stop me firing the pistol, which is good. Sweet, sweet. Oh, bless. Low res. So we're going to be in this place a bit later. And yeah, because you can see down into Old LeonAmong here. Where's the better place to look? Pretty sure it's the Hunter's Workshop, which will be open after we do Old LeonAmong. Does that mean that little piggy is turning around and it's seen me, or does that just noise to let me know it's there and it's thrashing about? It's just noise to let me know it's thrashing about. So we'll kill it this time. You get to see something pretty gross, lucky you, eh? And then we don't have what we need. This encounter here. Oh no, if I press circle once. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So that means that, sadly... Is it a key item? Yep. So that means that little girl tried to run through the sewers to get, you know, somewhere safety where I recommended that she go. And she didn't make it. A bit dark. I don't know what happens if you try and send her to Yusefska's clinic. She might turn into an alien and then you essentially dispatch her and get the ribbon that way. Don't know. So when you get the game, you don't know how this game works, and you're still and you're stuck in Central LeonAmong for a while when you see just essentially werewolves, and you're wondering to yourself, oh, what's this game about then? And you're like, oh, okay, basically it's just a plague, and you know, people are turning into mad wolfish dog things, and I'm just here to kill things. Okay, no worries, that's fine. But then, you know, there's a gear shift and something else happens, and then it escalates from there, really. I'm a fan of this storytelling method. Not exclusively, but, you know, has its moments. Such an interesting arrangement. So, we're here, he's happy that I found him someone to talk to. Even she's a crazy old bitch. La 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 la. Well, I don't care about you, because sadly you're not going to make it. So anyway, Eileen? No, not yet. So that is after old Johnham. Glorious. Forgot you were here. Get that health back. And die. Very much. Items. Interesting. Gotta love a good ragdoll. So, at this point the birdies are here. I'm going to go to the Kirk camera just to make dealing with them quite a bit easier. Men's knowledge, that's essentially an insight that I don't have to cash use right away. Essentially so that it doesn't go up too high. My character goes mental. So, there's a shield up here, but it's sort of a joke really. Shields aren't necessarily compulsory or even that useful or reliable in this game, so there is a caveat to that. An exception, but we won't go there just yet. It's mainly because we physically can't go there just yet. And then this is the route ahead of us there that we're going to be taking after this. I like the fact that in this game there are essentially two hubs. You've got the Hunter's Dream where we're going now, which has got a shop, which has got your level up, etc. Then you've got Erdon Chapel where the NPCs end up, because NPCs can't get here, they're only mentioned here. Make reference to the fact that they've been here before. Wife's asked me to check the post. That looks like a t-shirt. So, sorry for the interruption, but just need to notify the wife what this is. I don't quite know who's got that for her. Anyway, so
Well,
we're going to use some insight to get Gascoigne's attire. We're going to level up. Now, we're going to be coming up against poison. I don't know if any of these stats increase your poison resistance. Endurance does. I remember now. Now we've got some cold blood to use up. So if I get endurance up to 18.
Farewell, good hunter.
Shush. Nifty little backstep trick. Anyway. I don't have any cold blood to use, so I've used the tool. Cool. Alright, where are you, go man? Here he is.
The moon is close. It will be a long hunt tonight.
We're about to die, yep.
If the beasts loom large and threatened as every hunter, a holy chalice where hunters partake in communion.
Sadly this mirror doesn't work. But then again, we're not even truly here, are we? Now, I've got the tool for this in a chest, randomly. I've got 9 shards, so I can upgrade a weapon either twice in this case, because it's 3 and 5, or once there, because it's 3, 5 and then 8. 16 bloodstone shards total to get +3. I'll upgrade this one once, to be honest. I haven't got any blood echoes. Irony. So I'm a bit rusty. Haven't got that workshop tool yet. Could try and sell some things, but I'm not going to bother. Yeah. That leaves me 2 in sight. Don't need any per se. But the poison resistance on this is better than what I have currently, I believe. I don't know why I did that. I know where it is. So 13, 11. So the top hat's actually better for it. But anyway. Yeah, 33, 40. Obviously the same. The same. So it's a case of getting gas coins or the Yarnum Hunter stuff, and I sadly have used all my quote unquote money. So that's the same as the body armour I've got now, so I'm not going to bother buying that. And I can't remember, I'm pretty sure his gloves and his trousers are better. So let's do that, let's mix and match fashion, let's rock and roll. There we go. To be honest, bandages just look cool anyway. So let's do this thing. Tomb of Erden. Oh yeah, that's where we fight Gascon. This is the one I want. The Tomb of Erden and then Erden Chapel. To use the pronunciation. So, no NPCs per se. There is a sort of NPC, I don't need to go that way, although I will have a look. Pretty sure. Yeah, but it doesn't arrive until after we have dealt with a certain situation. A certain situation being this way. I do need to go and urinate shortly, so might deal with that at some point. Who knows? So, usually in Old Yarnum, I'll speed run the area. Now, if we run towards this fire, usually you can get the dog to run into it. We'll see how we go on. Such is life. Right, let's go from the stairs. And we run into the fire, be a good dog. Come on. Come on, be a dumb shit. Get Ben. So, later on, I don't know what reason you'd have to return, but there's some wacky whack get my sack guys. One of them patrols over here, making these items particularly difficult to acquire. Yes, there's an NPC. We're going to go and see a guy up here. I'm pointing at the camera, I don't even know if we can actually see him from here. Probably better off having a look around the side. There he is. I don't know what... It's the voice actor for Solaire, but I can't remember his bloody name in this game. So, what we're going to do is we are going to run towards the stairs, the dogs are going to spawn. Spoiler. Ooh. Come on. There we go. And then we're going to run around and stand the other side of this. Fail to lock on in this game. But you're dead, bro. You know when you use funny slang and then sadly it becomes actually part of your vocabulary? The thing with these guns is it's on a timer, so when you get the rhythm of it, you should never be actually shot. The annoying thing there is it sounded like someone actually knocked on my front door just now. Nope. Alfred is this chap's name.
What?
Blah blah blah. Cooperate,
take
obviously.
this.
Give me the fire paper. Yeah.
Beast.
Makes killing beasts a bit
There
easier.
I go.
Get a nice emote.
As you know, but I
And then to ensure
and what it in but it's but
various parts of the quest
as you
line
know, but I if
Just to
I
make
bid
sure.
you farewell.
Yeah, see that bitch. Right. Alfred. Is Alfred a bad guy? Yeah, a little bit. What have we got here, Prey? I'm going to replace it with Prey, because why not? Not particularly religious. I've also completely forgotten then, I'm glad I did that, in Bloodborne you can't roll out of animations, so you can't start an emote, then run, because it don't work. Sorry mate, what's up? That's what I thought you said. Right, there is a bad guy. He has detected me, and here he comes. So for these church people, now I think, sadly, with this game, I'll show you on the map when I come back up, but it doesn't quite add up. Like, because we've got this corridor going down, this staircase going down. Some of them, these beasts, don't like. This time that ever so slightly. Try and regain some of my health back. No. Good. There we go, upgrade materials. Give me them materials. So that's why I try and pump a few into arcane as I go, just to, unless I'm doing a build without any arcane whatsoever, which has been known to happen. It just makes farming a pain in the arse because you have to farm that much more. So that's a little skip for the ladder because ladders are long sometimes. There is a little dude hiding in here. No? It's one of them hiding in here, that's a fact. Now, what usually happens is I'll be a bit of a dick and be doing things that accidentally skips this man's dialogue, but this NPC is my favourite NPC in the game. Next to ID, the pair of them. They are old.
You there?
Hunter! Didn't you see the
Did
warning?
you see the warning? Turn back at once.
Old John and
Old
abandoned by men.
Burned and
Suck.
abandoned by men. Now
Only
hold
to
to
beasts. See, accidentally skips his dialogue. Just by habit. There is an item there, we'll go and get it later. Because I can't be bothered to right now, and we have to do a complete circuit. So, the ones with this shit on their heads are the bad guys. I'm not going to sneak up on me, buddy, because I know your tricks. So the more poison resistance you have, the less likely you are to get poisoned. As I promised in the other stream the other day, we're going to swap out this torch for that torch, because this one has better stats and you can upgrade it. I don't know if you can level up the normal torch, but I don't think there's much point either. I accidentally rolled off there once when I first started playing the game to, I was like, oh, whoops, I've accidentally killed myself. Shortcut that will open later, but can't do anything with right now. Rickety old staircase, anything down there? No, not really. And then a ladder. So what we're going to do is we'll end up looping around to see Jura eventually. But I'm not going to climb up and say hello, because Jura is going to be my buddy for the time being. So, in keeping with the fact that I view Jura as a good guy and I believe what he says, that the beasts are just sad, you know, unlucky individuals who've, you know, it's not their fault they're beasts, they're just beasts now. It's nothing they engineered or intentionally had come about. So I'm going to try and not kill any. I'm going to try and sort of bypass as many as I can. What I might do just for banter. Oh hello, I didn't know you came across here. You usually encounter this guy on the actual bridge itself. Fire is obviously a thing. And if you are carrying the torch, oftentimes they will not approach you, they'll sort of flee. Notebook's quite fun, this is how you leave notes to other players. Fear creatures. And then you can cycle through, leave a gesture on it. And then, funnily enough, when you leave one of these, usually, when you click on it to check your own notes, you'll find that... No way! No way! Are you wearing the actual correct attire there, buddy? No way. Usually, your character's wearing some random crap that you're not wearing, but yeah, actually they must have fixed that bug, or it's a bug because I've had the game since day one and it's been patched a million times. The firmware on the PlayStation's been updated, so I literally downloaded this version a few days ago. I know I said about speedrunning, but let's go over the back here, and I'm going to get trapped if I leave too many of them alive. These guys aren't too bad because they're wearing cloths over their eyes. Serrated weapons with jagged blades on them are good against beasts, and then sharp, pokey, pointy weapons are good against aliens, and then everyone else just cracks on with everything else. Forgot about you. So you'll notice that when the saw part of the weapon's out like this, it does more damage than when it's folded up. That is the serration bonus coming into effect. Now, Jura, I'll show you where he's sitting. He's sitting up here on his little clock tower. Oh, what's that thing next to him, you say? What is that? Oh, that's weird. It's nothing too weird. It's a giant minigun, so we're going to avoid that. Because I don't want to get shot. So we're going to be doing a lot of running, rolling, jumping, etc. I'm going to just top up the health because I don't want to get killed by falling damage. That'd be annoying.
You are a skilled hunter.
Yes, I'm.
Adept.
Yep.
Merciless.
Yep. Full best.
Blood.
I would jump down there and run that way, but I'm not going to run this way because I can.
I must stop you.
Yes, Joey, that is why you must stop me, because you don't like me very much. Annoying. I've miscalculated. Annoying. Annoying, which means we're going to kill this guy, because we're here now. Ooh, 2 of you. Nice. Sport for choice. 3. Shite. Well, route's clear this way now, as long as I don't get shot. The annoying thing with the gunfire is it sort of pins you in place. Where's the bridge? There we go. The way the controller's mapped out, you have to hold circle to run, as you default it to X or something. And then, yeah, doesn't my guy look cool? Yes, he does. Anyway, and then you have to try and steer the camera with your right thumb as well, so you can't really hold circle and steer the camera at the same time. It's tricky. Nightmarish. Cool. Cool. Antidote, first one. The antidote are usually hotbar to there. So it's just one button press instead of a whole menu to scroll through. Go on, Dick. There he is. Like the animation there where he had he shielded his face and ran backwards. Well, walked backwards. Let's just lock on and... Oh, hello! You don't normally come out of there. Oh. I fell down. I fell down. Now, I'm going to just quickly deal with these guys. Because they'll come and kick me up the arse shortly if I don't. That's weird. So, with dialogue, the screen goes dark at the top and the bottom. Maybe it wasn't dialogue, maybe it's just because the weapon went away. Ah, I've been around 8, nerd. Right, so, I'm supposed to see that item and be like, ooh, this guy jumps out. I'm using a different weapon, that's why I didn't get it. So, there's an item chucked around and oh, good, that will increase the effective. Is this antidote? It is, cool. We're going to skip all this, we'll come back this way when Drew is a buddy of mine. There is an item down there that I want, but I also want to open up, whoop. That's the whole bit about accidentally jumping. Cool, hello. Screen's moving around too quickly, I don't know where I am. I might kill Drew's assistant. Could show you how to cheese him, either or options are quite funny and... Let's see if we can actually fight him. So there's a guy through here. There he is, over the back. Has not just seen me. Huh. There he is. Now he is. So if you can convince him to come down here to get you. Come on. Come on. He backpedals quite a lot. Tries to shoot me through a wall because he's an idiot. So if we can sort of convince this sprite to jump down here. Nah. Anyway. We'll do the other thing. So I'll show you something, but I'm not going to deploy this thing. Are you going to climb up and get me? Go on. Pussy. Anyway. So, if we continue up there, that's where Jura is. We'll go and see him after we've dealt with everything that we need to deal with in here. And then, because I don't want him to get hostile on me, I'm not going to do something I normally do. Because I want him to be my friend when I go and see him for the first instance, because you get more from him. Get more rewards. So you can attack this thing here, which drops all these firebombs, you know, these exploding canisters down, starts a fire in the middle of the room, kills a bunch of beasts. But obviously when you spawn into an area, all the enemies spawn in and then all the environmental hazards spawn in, you essentially... I know I'm going to mess this jump up at some point, so I'll just crack on with it. You essentially cause beasts to be harmed, and if you want to approach him and be his friend, if you then harm a beast, he's not happy about it. So let's see if I can... Oh yeah, I don't even have to do the jump I was talking about yet. It's there. So it's tricky, because as I said, trying to run and jump and can't turn the camera to do that. So, oh, he made it. I can't even remember what's over here. I think it's an item for the messengers. Yeah. So I've got them this to wear. You can have them with little bows on their heads that have got blood smeared all over it, or you can give them little bandages so they're little bloody zombies, which, to be honest, I probably do. So it's not even a really important item at all. But if you get that jump right, you get it. That was first go, so happy days. And then we're going to jump down here, get some falling damage, because a banter. Nothing else on this level is there. I thought at some point it might have to go all across there. So this room, especially the upper bits there, kind of remind me of that bit you have to do in Anor Londo. So we're going to grab this item here just because I can't be bothered not to, and then we're going to leg it through here. I'm going to chuck a right. There is an item back there that I want to get a hold of, but we'll get that later. We're gonna grab this one. I think we're gonna time to grab that. Yep. And then we're gonna go up here. So this, to be fair, these guys actually climb ladders. Whether they will or not is another story, but they can. Slowly. You notice they've got glowing red eyes. It'll stop and they'll go back to being just white or yellow or whatever colour they normally are. The reason the red is because the big beast can sort of, when they scream, trigger a... I don't know if it's an ability, I don't know what it is, but it can essentially make them super duper hostile. Oh, ah shit. Wasn't expecting you to be standing there. Anyway, if we run into here, go down the ladder a little way, stop about here. I usually fight him just for the honour of it, but I feel like cheesing him this time. He will run past us and fall down the shaft. I hear him pacing about up there. Oh, there he goes. R.I.P. good buddy. Jorah has 2 assistants. One of them is here. Oh. That's a useful item to have tucked away in here. I usually put it behind the fire paper. If you're using a blood tinge build, this item here is miraculously helpful. Where are you? If you're not, it can be helpful if you want to get a long range shot off. So, we're going to try and just smash in this little dude here who's got stuff that I want. For some reason... Oh shit, bit off more than I can chew. Did you die, my little crawling pal? Probably not. Where is he? He's probably long gone. Didn't kill him, did I? No. So we'll have to come back when I'm a bit stronger with some better weapons. And get that little crawling madness thing. Kinda operate like crystal lizards from Dark Souls, but they come back. You know, they're not gone forever if you don't. You know, if you mess it up once or twice, I'm pretty sure you get infinite amount of goes. But yeah, when I got some stronger weapons, when I've leveled up a bit, I've usually by this point pumped more stats into attack than anything else. But it's weird, there's never normally a corpse there. Did I kill you and did you fall down from the top? Must have done. Huh, because that's where Jura's sitting. We've circled round, I believe. Right, come on then, Woofer, let's go. Oh, interesting. That should have been a running attack. Oh look, two of them, good, this is about to get hairy. So we're not doing it. Oh, hello, annoying. What should I do? Flee or fight? Let's see if that reaches. It did. Good. Let's just make life a bit easier for myself. Was I going to get both of you? Happy days. And there we are. Usually when I play games like this, I keep the consumables for a rainy day. And then up at the end of the game with stockpiles of crap that you don't need anymore. So, start using them whilst I got them. There is a werewolf clinging to the wall up here. I'm going to trigger him to jump down, because I want that sweet kill. And basically that will make him do it. It's funny because he just sort of drops into position in that pose, doesn't react to the fact that he's just falling several stories. Oh no! Bugger. They've usually got bloodstone shards. There's usually an upgrade material in that for me, but oh well. Punched him over the balcony. Happy days. Good news though, get to try again here. Let's see if they fix this a bit. No, not really. Nothing wrong with that, that worked. That was stamina. Here we go. Get bent. Bloodstone shard, happy days. So, in and on the left. Here's a little nerdy nerd. Camera's shaking about all over the place. Good times. Is there a chest at the bottom here? Pretty sure there isn't. Just a bunch of wood stacked up. So, we're going to take a trip in here and kill this guy. And then, I can't remember what this is. Oh, useful. Should be out there. +3, the weapons I want to. Maybe even +2. What am I talking about? Maybe we can get all of them up that high. How many bloodstone shards have we got at this point? Upgrade materials. 25. So yeah, should be well on our way. So yeah, shortcut. There's our shortcut back to the top. So here's our shortcut that we can get straight back to this final stretch of the map. We're going to do it quickly, just because I've grabbed the items, and then we can just essentially speedrun straight down to the boss. I picked up most things that are useful. I mean, what we could do before we do the boss is backtrack. Just got 11,000 blood echoes in a minute. Huh? Okay, cool. Just a flicker out the corner of my eye. Put the torch on so we can see this guy hiding back here. Hello. Bye. The mechanism I do like in this game is that you have to trigger backstab state. You don't just automatically get one if you get behind someone. You then have to do a charged attack in the back. I can't remember if Dark Souls 3 did that. I think you just have to get behind them and press R1 again, don't you? Bit of a shame. But they did bring charge attacks to Dark Souls 3, which is a nice particular thing. Good hiding spot here. You can sit here and sort of try and evade people online if they're trying to kill you. There's certain hunter tools that you can get that will assist in that deception. Do I want to risk the boss fight right now? No, I don't. I will upgrade my weapons, level up a bit. If I was being bold, I could do it. I just can't be bothered wasting my time and potentially viewers' time doing so. That's how we get back down there. That's how we were in the corner. The werewolf was up there, and then we ran that way. So, circle back round, and I think we're going to go after the armor set that we don't... Whoop, where am I going? The right way, that's fine. Go after the armor set we don't necessarily need, but I want. And the spear. The spear weapon rifle spear. One of my favourite weapons in the game, admittedly. So Jura's got a weapon called the piston driver, I think. Going the wrong way, tit. And that's literally my favourite weapon in the game. You know, it's very niche. It's not very powerful. Doesn't really you know, stats don't really sort of. There's the 2 bridges across from Yonam to Cathedral Ward. So obviously they look absolutely miles away at this point. The end of the church. Where's the boss room? Down there. So yeah. It looks completely different from down here. So back at the top. We are going to drop down here because this item we missed earlier. And then no matter what you do when you drop down here. Okay, lies, that's fine, good. Falling damage. Why did I come up here? That was it, wasn't it? I just wanted to do that. Alright. Jura's been quiet for a while, but I think that's because I'm out of reach of his minigun at the minute. He has 2 apprentices. One obviously was down below that we just murdered, and the second one is trapped in the Hunter's Nightmare, which is essentially DLC for the game. You find it on the PS Store as a level, but essentially it happened at the same time as the updates, didn't it? So that you have access to more weapons in there, it's not just a level. You have access to a bunch of content, which is definitely worth getting. Where do we need to go? So we need to go across here. He's going to start shooting at me any second. That was annoying. It's because I slowed down to look where I was going. Let's just drop down here. Don't know if that's advisable or not. Usually you can start rolling much sooner. It's not that edge there, is it? I think it is. That's the way I normally go. Is it here? Oh, it is, yeah. Cool. And there we are. Relative safety. Definitely from the guns. Let's just murder some people quickly. Haha. It's literally the case. Shit. So, that is slow poisoning in effect. How surrounded are we? White. Pop one of them. I mean, whilst you're poisoned, get out the doorway, please. Have a bit of fire in your life. Sadly, there's no combos for fire, but you get an interesting kill animation for using, so. Pardon me again. Interesting. Sometimes the camera angles aren't very helpful at all. It's just life. Dick. Come on in, mug. Pop one of them, gives you a chance. So obviously, Molotov, weapons, every elemental attack in this game, bar bullets, which is blood tinge, just up and fire your arcane stat. Which is interesting, because it essentially looks like faith and intelligence in regular Dark Souls settings. There we are, so max health. Ooh, maximum 20 blood vials. Another gem, good times. They get up the stairs. We have to be careful soon because we open ourselves up to be shot by Jura again. A weapon, a good old faithful rifles. Faithful rifles there. Keep saying that, but yeah, I was going to die. Couldn't be bothered. Keep saying about favourite weapons. Turns out I've got too many. Pretty sure we need more blood tinge before we can use the rifle spear, or more strength. Doesn't it require? I don't know what I'm looking there. 9 strength. So 10 strength, 9 on the blood tinge. So 4 levels we need. 3 into blood tinge and 1 into strength to use this weapon. But it's a favourite. It's not very popular, it's not tremendously useful, but it's a favourite of mine. That reminds me, whilst I was in the hunter stream, you can sell duplicates of armour, so you don't need 2 sets of the same gloves, you don't need 2 sets of the same trousers. So this is just this armour but with an overcoat on the top, so it subtly changes some stats around. You know, you've got better frenzy resistance and beast hood stuff there. Anyway, beast hood is an interesting stat. I mean, technically, don't need to do any of this. You could just use one of those funky little tokens and jeff off, but run back to the top. There's no point not doing so, really. Could retrace my steps, could try and pick up some items. 14k. Alright, anything over here? I can't honestly remember. No, let's just wake up all them. There's an item here for sure, I'm pretty sure it's useless. There we go. And leg it back through this way. So yeah, what's nifty is... Ooh, nice sound effect as you ran in. A nice echoing situation. Is there an item over there? Yes there is. Pretty sure it's Molotov cocktails. Oh, it's antidotes. Okay, cool. But obviously he's scared of the fire, which gives us a bit of room to play with, as Jiro's filling the place up with machine gun fire. So all I've got to do... Did I pop out there? Oh, I didn't even finish killing you, did I? Sorry, bud. So we're going to get shot through that window in a minute. Get wrecked. So another bloodstone gem. More antidote, and there's an item out the back here. Might even be an enemy to kill, can't remember. Can we get shot here? No line of sight, so hopefully not, but sometimes it happens. Yeah, enemies pacing around, but they're all up the stairs. As long as we don't get bottlenecked here, we should be fine. Sometimes I found this guy sort of spawns in the stairs, which is really annoying. Don't think there's any items up there, and then halfway up this second staircase, we are out of reach. Oh, okay. That's slightly changed, it's now the top of the staircase. As I say, I'm only getting injured when I'm getting cocky, so that's fine. For that, that's annoying. There you go, you can have a proper death animation. Oh, I'm on fire! Oh. Thing. And there we are. Now, annoyingly, something that was implemented in Dark Souls 3, but didn't make it into Bloodborne, or Dark Souls 2, as far as I'm aware, is the ability to warp between 2 different places rather than to immediately return back to the hub and then bounce off somewhere else. No, that's not it. That's it. Have an item here called the Hunter's Mark. I can't remember the Dark Souls equivalent, pretty sure it's the Homeward Bone. But in this game, when you use a bold Hunter's Mark, it just essentially resets the level and spawns you in at the spawn point. What it doesn't do... Crazy Bish is asleep. Those sobbing sound effects are the messengers that are about. Bless you.
Ah, welcome home, good hunter. I must have drifted.
You've got this thing about the back of her head, and you, like, for some reason her eyes are, yeah, like that. I don't really know why. Actually, if you rotate your head about 45 degrees, there's a main eye, and then a little eye on the left, bottom left corner, and then a weird sort of mouth situation there. I only remember those being white orbs with the eyeball pupil stuff printed on the other side. Anywho,
I must. What is it?
what do I desire? I want to level up, but there's something I need to do first, which is upgrade my weapons and use my cold blood and sell armor bits that I don't require. Where are you? There you are. Skip past you. First game to implement the multiple use situation. Whoop whoop. Fortify that shit. So I can't use you yet. I will upgrade this just because the R2 charged is good at clearing things, just like that is good at pushing things back. The transform charged R2 on both those weapons is ideal. So, how many have I got? 32. That means I can fully upgrade 2 weapons. What's the next area we go to? Cathedral Ward. Then into the forest. So yeah, having a serrated weapon would be handy. But also, I need to make sure I can get 2 levels into this, but I'm going to plus 3 this bad boy as well. Because we need a pointy stick, essentially. I'm going to plus 1 U so that I can put a gem in that slot. You only get 1 for firearms, so I only need 1. Because you'll see why. Oh, speaking of blood gems, I should actually put them in the weapons. So, depending on what you get, obviously they have different size slots. At the moment all I've got is these ones anyway, so that's fine. So, this thing, charge attacks plus 4, there you go, it does boost the rally potential. So, this is the only weapon with, yeah, see I've got no triangle things, so we're going to put that in there, just efficient use of power-ups essentially. And we're going to put the charge in there as well, because the charged R2 is mainly what I use this weapon for. And then that leaves us just the scraps to go in here. And clearly that's the better gem and this one's rubbish, so we'll do that. So immediately we've got a boost on, I mean, yeah, so it goes from 9 to 12. So already that's boosted the damage output of the weapons. Pardon me. Now we just need to make sure we can actually use the rifle spear and the saw spear. I love the pistol in that hand. Cool, cool. Oh yeah. This isn't what's going to end up in there, but we might as well put that in there for now. Getting a plus 2 instead of a plus 1. Sick. So, messengers. We can sell these guys. It's funny because you can actually stand on top of that buff. Anyway, sell some armor to you. I don't need 2 of those. I don't need 2 of those. Anything else I don't need? We're going to keep this just so I can put it on once I've leveled up sufficiently just to look really badass. Just running around in the beginning armor that's literally useless. Or very useless. By comparison. Physical defense 110, physical defense what, 60? So, you know, like hard mode. Game's only as hard as you want to make it for yourself. You have the option throughout the game to just make it easier for yourself, you know, the better equipment, stats for whatever situation you find yourself in. And then just keep leveling up, and that'll put your physical defense up, you know, but it's about learning to dodge and etc. So, now we should have a nice, healthy dose of blood echoes to get the stats up. So, that is... cruel. We are 1 stat point. We are 1,000 blood echoes off him. Using the rifle spear. Damn. And unlike Dark Souls, where you can equip a weapon, and if you're not got the stats to use it, then it drains mega amounts of stamina and is useless. To try and swing it, you can't even equip stuff in this game. So if you've got a particular build and you get to the end of the game and you find a weapon, oh, that looks cool, I wonder what that does. You don't know. Luckily the game's been out long enough now that we can work it out, but annoying. Dark Souls also has that situation where certain rings boost certain stats, whereas Bloodborne doesn't have that. Really annoying. Right, do I have anything that I could sell? Could sell a weapon or 2. That torch we can sell, it gives us, I think it's only worth 500, I can't remember now. Yeah, it's not even about selling it, it's just there's no point in having it. Where are we going now? Kill the boss. So, I'll have enough currency by the time we do the boss to equip that weapon. It just means I have to get through the next 15 to 20 minutes gameplay without A, dying, and B, use the rifle spear. I'll be tripping over blood echoes surely. Anyway, I'm just gonna potentially, I think that pauses the stream. Why not? BRB. And I'm back. So, let's go and get ourselves a boss. That message to go out of the way. So, I'm just going to have the fire paper ready to roll, because that's how we're going to do things. I did kill that thing the first time, didn't I? The one that got away from me is down there. We'll get him later. We don't necessarily need bloodstone shards right now. And we will, by the course of just playing the game, pick up some anyway. Should we summon in a cooperator? Could do. Got 6 insight. Got enough to spare. I'll tell you what, ring the bell now. And if we get one between now and the boss, great. And if not, no worries, basically. Can't be bothered to stop for any of these clowns. Good though. So, we've got a wall coming up the backside now. Doesn't like it, cool. So, I caught up with this little dude, didn't I? He did, yep, cool. Nothing up there worth grabbing. So, Alfred can come and lend us a hand. Essentially just sharing the aggro, which is handy. Not compulsory. There's the bad guy. Up against to the back. There we go. So, although that did a bit of... So the heavy one augments blunt damage, which... We haven't got any big heavy weapons to swing around yet. I think the axe... Some of the axe attacks count as blunt attacks. Still not a big fan of damage output of this weapon yet. But I haven't put anything into skill yet. Transformed attacks of this weapon are slower than the non-transformed versions. I'm sure there was only 3. Odd either, I've just walked into one. So, anyway, I think it's time to get the boss. Fire the silence in blank, gives me back my insight if no one's on the way, which they're not, clearly. Immediately refunded. Could not discover the triumph, blah, 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 blah. So, use the old hunter's belt. This was a new addition for the, what's it called? But just before the DLC came out, a nice big revamp and update to the game. NPC summons, because thinking ahead and how beloved this game is by the fan base. When the servers go offline and when the game stops being supported, you'll need some assistance somewhere along the lines. So they introduced a bunch of summons. Alfred was always here, but now he has the old Hunter Vile Blood Hunter Alfred moniker rather than just, you know, Alfred or Vile Blood Hunter Alfred. So let's retreat up this way a little bit just so Alfred can close and neither of us have to gain too much aggro too soon. So, fire paper, and away we go. Beasts don't like fire, aliens don't like electricity. Normally, come through here with a sword cleaver, which has... can't reach. Let's stop. I'll let you get that one. So, her health bar shows 3 phases. Phase 1 is just this. Aggressive and pissed off, but you would be too if someone came to your house and started trying to set you on fire and cut you to bits. Well done, Alfred. Ligarius Rifle, I believe that's called. Alfred is Master Ligarius. So now, when this thing hits me, it's going to poison damage me. Build the bar up, should I say. And then there is a 3rd phase. Whoop! Oh, naughty. Oh, shit. Shit, 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 shit. Dead. Saucy. Fair play. So, what have we learnt? Sadly, I wasn't paying attention to the signs because that would have been telegraphed. That would have been quite obvious. Maybe it's because there was another, you know, character model in the way that I didn't see the signs of. I'm about to leap at you. Yeah, but until it went wrong, that was going alright. So we've dropped 5k blood echoes, which is merely a minor setback. Would have been enough to upgrade the stat and thus use the rifle spear. Alas, the rifle spear is next to useless for us for this particular boss battle. So let's see how well we can do with just me going in there. I also feel that I don't have enough poison resistance or vitality for this stage of the game, but so be it really. Let's just literally run past everything and get stuck in, see what happens. Might be able to do it all by myself, we'll see. I'm being chased. That's a little... oh shit! Running pretty quick, little doggy. Well, only so far, and then you're going to get stuck. The annoying thing here is that we don't get the run up to the boss fight. This little bad boy, let's move away from the gate. It's really annoying when sometimes enemies get into the boss arena, because you're fighting a boss and then some chaos is kicking off. Let's boost our attack damage anyway, even though it's not necessarily going to help too much. Keeping on that stamina. Ooh! So aggressive. Can you do missiles on this thing? I can't really remember. No. Oh. Am I poisoned? No. Just very close to it. So maybe I'll let this get a little bit of shit distance, just so that bar can come down a little bit. Do one of them. Fuck it. Ah, I'm good. So glad I wasted that. Let's try again. Woohoo! Right, how are we doing for health? We're okay. Fire's run out. Slow and steady wins the race. Oh, naughty. That animation's changed, I'm sure it has. Because there was no build up for that. That just happened out of nowhere. Right, now we're going to get poison damage just by merely being here. Like how you just walked through a pillar, that was annoying. Which side is it? So the right side is the one that has the bits. Good. There are more antidotes around the back here. So scroll through to the weapon I actually want to use. Weapon. Fire paper, whatever you want to call it. Woo! So now, just being close enough to it means that I'm getting poison build up. And then it's smacking me one. Also goes, shit, I locked on by accident. Shit, shit. So locking on and then dodging, and then was the quick step, which is quite handy. But when you're trying to roll and get distance from something, it's not the one. The good thing is I picked up my echoes for the fight at the start. The start of the fight, so it should be a case of okay. Interesting message from the wife just there. It's a good thing I'm not trying to be too cocky, but I made the stupid mistake of going to pick up the antidotes from there on the back of the altar. If I kept playing in space, it would have been alright. Now, if we run faster this time, we should be able to stay away from the dog boy behind me. God, it really sounds like he's breathing down my neck. Incredible. Right, as long as we... Yeah, so the funny thing is you hold down run for so long, let go for a moment, and then the 2 steps it gets for him to get back up to pace, and that's the part that depletes, it's regaining quite a lot. What's that word, regain again? I'm going to run out of fire paper soon, so I'm going to try and sort of save off this time and see how we get on. $127. How big is your health pool? I want that to myself aloud. Let's play a little bit more aggressively. It's annoying because you close in, you get where you want to be between attacks, which is right there, and then there's a big leap or a step or a, you know. Right, how are we? What's that? 1/6 of the health pool? Come into the thing so I can circle around you with a bit more freedom. Stop dancing between the pillars, come here. Ideally, I want it to dash up and down. That's almost what I want, but now we're a bit stuffed. Here we go. So, never backpedal. It's something I forgot, but it's a really secret thing. In the circle, don't go back, because by the time you finish dodging, your iframes, your invisibility frames are used up, and then you're in range to be attacked again. So always dodge to the side if you can. Like that. Toro, andale. Except this thing's got a red cape on its back. Phase 2. Can I... No. Ooh, nice. So now, every time I get hit, I'm going to get poison build up, which we've established will only take 1 or 2 hits before I'm absolutely stuck. Probably should have missed. Paid and got some gas coins on armor, to be honest. But live and learn, eh? We should be going into phase 3 very shortly. Okay, cool. Shit, I haven't picked up my fucking blood echoes yet, like a nipple. Oh great, losing a good opportunity to harm it by doing that, but better safe than sorry, I don't want to waste my time. Oh, here we go, cool. Alright, 1. Roll, faster, run. Because, as I said, never backtrack, never chicken out, but also, right, we are poisoned. As long as she doesn't smack us, we'll be alright. Just keep topping up our health. There's no point in popping an antidote. It's only gonna bloody... Just need to keep an eye on the health bar. Oh, not ideal. Maybe the fire paper might be coming in useful here. We'll top up the health, so I get stuck in. Don't know if that actually hurts us or not, or it just makes the point of... I wonder if you can negate that. Weird. How many? Woo! 2 more hits, maybe? 3 more? There we go. And we're done! Finally! Took 3 goes. But again, I just put that down to the fact that I am rusty. Should have called this character Rusty, to be honest. That would have made more sense. Right. If we look through the window there. Oh, I can't be bothered. So first things first, let's make that rifle spear available to me, because now we can use the rifle spear, and we'll put 1 into skill, because why not? Increase the attack power of those weapons anyway. There we go. So we got a chalice on this guy, so...
Master of the holy chalices, and the few were lost again. But if the old one, yet it was burned and abandoned, the perfect place for...
So he's talking about Old John, even though we've been down there and cleared it just now. You know, essentially he just wants you to slay beasts. That's a personal agenda, because that's why he took up weapons in the first place. There's a big web of a story here, and I may, you know, divulge my thoughts, opinions, feelings on it. I might leave it for you guys to actually get the game and do it yourself. We'll see. So yeah, you'll see that this is your poison resistance armor for the start of the game. That would have helped you get through that area. Do I need to return for anything immediately? No. So now we're going to go and see Eileen at the Erden Chapel, and then possibly go and kill Henrik. So again, cheesing through that the tombstones would have been handy, and that's why if I was going to upgrade the Hunter Axe, that'd be a good idea. Downside to that is we need to try and keep Eileen alive, which means that we can't be smacking both of them in. So, have we got anything that I want to sell or use? Got 2 of those. Where did I pick those up? I didn't use them before. But maybe we've got enough for a level. I don't think so though, do we? We needed 4.5, so it's probably going to be close to 5 now. Yeah, 5.2. So no, we are 1,000 Monaco short. So that's why you would want to keep the cold blood as an item until you're ready to actually use it, rather than just pop it like that and go, oh. So, Eileen should be here. It's not. So what have I not done? Maybe you're there as well. So I reckon, yeah, get some damage in. 1, 2, yeah. Good old rifle spear never fails. Or is Bagman here now? Oh, Bagman's here now. Cool. So, what does that mean? Is the Eileen bit after we do Thingy Bob? Guess, yeah. So after I go up to the top of this tower or not? We're not going to do Yahoo just yet. We're going to go this way. There is a little window there that you can walk out to, and there's an item for you to get. But again, it's just one of those messenger things for it to wear. Not really that big a deal. Hopefully, yeah, just one. And then thought someone ran down there, but I guess not. So, did we get a badge in here? Or is this just an item? I can't remember. If this isn't the badge is around here. The badge is at the top, actually. Church hunter badge, maybe? But so, we're not going to go up. Although we need to go up, actually. We'll go up first, and I'll come back and deal with that guy. So, right, douchebag. Douchebag. You run back inside. What a flop. You stand here. Can't be attacked by you. Oh, can be attacked by you though, can't I? You cheeky little shit. That's fine. Oh! Oh boy, you're being so naughty today. Oh shit. Actually get killed. Annoying. Oh well. Let's pop these. Deal with you quickly. Not get smacked in the head by you. You can get bent. Die. So, no blood vials, but we get some bullets. Bullets will come in handy later. This isn't a badge. This is likely to be a consumable. Or a blood gem. Weapon-wise, let's keep this one available to us for the minute because I want to run around the outside of this guy so I can get diced up by his gun. That's annoying. Locked onto the wrong enemy. Not the one. Hey, Tiny. That's weird. I don't remember his thing dragging him in here before. Alright, so hopefully he'll approach the doorway and I can attack him again. Because I don't want to go outside, they're going to shoot me and this shit hurts. Alright, cool. Shit. Mistimed that shot. Shit, cunt, fuck. I'm dead. Die. Thank you. That's weird. That took ages. So I try and watch my language, but that clearly didn't happen there. That's what I was apprehensive about as well. So the question is, where am I going? Let's see if Eileen has popped up. She might have done. Doubt it. Shouldn't have, but she might be here. Good. So maybe Eileen pops up after we kill the next boss. Where am I going? This way. So let's not do what I did the first time I played this and just run around the corner and fall down the hole, because no one wants that. What I usually do in situations where I think it's likely that I'm going to get killed is run over the button and actually leave the lift so it goes down ready for you next time. Me. Part of that quite possibly might be... Oh look, there's they are. Don't know why I can't speak English all of a sudden, but there they is. Give me back my blood echoes, because there's quite a lot of them there. We're also essentially going to skip the tower because I can't be bothered to go up there, and we're going to go down because that's the way we need to go anyway. Going up is just a dead end. So at this point in the game it's not compulsory, advisory or necessary. What's really annoying is knocking that guy off and him going the other way and falling off, because then your items are lost forever. So we are going to be going down here, but in such a manner that we... Oh! I think I might fuck that up. Woo! We've done this for a while, but essentially there's a hidden passageway there that we need to use. Just checking the stream to make sure everything's working. Microphone, etc. I didn't expect. I keep losing my bearings in here. So we're going to go this way. Didn't expect to be using this tip immediately. Oh yeah, I do this because it helps. Demonstrates how helpful it is. So maybe we could go back and say that death was intentional, eh? Anyway. Get rid of chain gun guy, get some quicksilver bullets. If we don't start playing it a bit safer, we're going to very rapidly run out of blood vials. Well, you imagine you get that bad at the game, you have to buy blood vials. So I believe, well, the Hunter's Dream is based on the little workshop down there. Where is it? It's at the base of the big tree, but you can't see it from here. That is a really incorrect texture for what's going on over there. Anyway. Can't imagine if I bounced off and fell over there, that would piss me off quite a bit. So, there should be a big... Oh no, where's my blood echoes gone? That's not them. That's a message, right? Yeah. They stole my money. Is it because we bounced off the bit where I wanted to land? No? They must be further around here then, or an enemy has got them, but no one was patrolling around here. So they should have at least... Ah, screw it. Hear the game laughing in the background. Ha ha. Anyway, on to more important things, which is getting this roll right. There we go, perfect. So, very good idea to top up your health in between falls, where you should be able to just a few notes. Yes, quite right. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you that, because that... So if someone's playing the game, and you find a note, and you find a note that you like, it will refill their health. And I have had several occasions, insight, I've had on several occasions, been in a boss fight, and then someone has magically just healed you out of the blue, which is fantastically helpful. So, we are now in the Hunter's Workshop, the original one that the Hunter's Dream is based on. There's the doll's attire. God knows why there's a spare attire. As German was hoping to play dress up with an NPC. An NPC that this item may very well reflect on. There we go. So, as I said before, you need 15 to use the Hunter tools. You can see we've only got 12, so it's greyed out. It cannot be equipped. But we can look at it. The name is lost. It said that he was an apprentice of old German and a practitioner of the art of quickening, a technique particular to the first hunters. So maybe this isn't the NPC I was referring to, because this specifically says his. Some people believe it to be German himself, because you may or may not have seen that he's missing part of his leg, which is very sad. Fingers twitching there, blowing in the wind, but the finger twitches. Game come out from FromSoft, a VR experience called De Resonate, and in this particular game, De Resonate. So there's a few items here that are quite important that we'll talk about in a moment. But in De Resonate, apparently there's a doll, and apparently its finger moves all by itself. So levitating footstep. Yeah, interesting. So that's why people are, oh my god, there's going to be a Bloodborne 2. Well, obviously not. A few spectres. People have been sacrificing themselves here. Using the Canehurst katana, but I can't remember his actual name. Bloodtin, no idea. So this is where German would have had his workshop and been doing his work. If we'd continued to climb that tower there, you get to the top, which was the Church Hunter's workshop. That's Erden Chapel over there. That is the clock tower, essentially, which is quite important into itself. And then across and down the way over there, so that big fascia there, is the way down to Yahogul. I'm pretty sure I've acquired all the items that I was going to here. There's a weird audio clip here. Some people have suggested it's been engineered that way to suggest ooky kookiness. You know, German being a naughty boy, for example. Other people have just said it's a bit of glitched dialogue from one of the townsfolk. Oh, okay, I didn't exactly want to do that. Now, because I fell down here earlier, I assumed we might have triggered that beast to wake up, but obviously not, so that's fine. Although, I don't recall hearing the growling before. So, what is this weapon used for, you wonder? Interesting. Had to do that freehand. So, visceral attacks, as I said before, scale with skill. This weapon is boosted by skill. You won't see another one of those guys out here. He is merely just going to pop up in the chalice dungeons, which we may or may not investigate. Cool. So, plenty going on here. First time I was here I got really freaked out because you can bump into those bottles and they make lots of noise. Same with these bottles, I'll do it just to show you. Ooh, spooky. We'll come back to that in a moment. Just need to get rid of this. Pain in the ass. Pebble. Cool. And then there's a dog. Come on, buddy. Come on. Because I don't want you to fuck up what I'm about to try and do. Which is not get myself killed, funnily enough. So that is the stuff that you'll see some of these beast dudes wandering around wearing. Speaking of beast dudes, I'm going to stand about here because I want these guys to come over here and fight me. There we go. One and two. Cool, cool. Now, come on, buddy. Come on, need you. Come here. No, walk round the obstacles. Come on, you can do this. Go on. There we go. A very... Oh, bless him, he's making a noise. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to drag me over there.
This town's finished.
This town is finished. It is absolutely shagged, mate. You're right. Yeah. Be a good boy and just die properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to sneak up behind Mr. Wackety Whack Get My Sack. I don't know what these guys' proper names are, and I don't know how close we can get before he acknowledges that we're there, but we're going to hopefully dispatch this guy in not one but two viscerals. Are you going to turn around? Or are you going to... No, you're going to stay there. Cool. That's fine. Ah, damn. So sometimes you can get it so that you trigger it, the visceral, before he finishes powering up. When he powers up like that, the movement speed is increased, the attack speed's increased. They're much more dangerous essentially when they do that. Come on, douchebag! Right, so spooky down there, rubbish this way. Don't think there's anything in this path item-wise that I need. But yeah, so this twisty-turny puzzle of a town, you might have seen earlier in one of the messenger shops that you could buy the chief's token, which is what would open the gates in Central Item to let you into the church ward proper. We're going to walk up to this guy and backstab him, because if this thing gets its attack off, as well as being an ugly fucker, bollocks, that's annoying. It's weak to stabby attacks like that, but they can suck insight out, which is really annoying because, you know, it's a currency at the end of the day, so you're losing currency. The other thing is, as well as spending it to purchase rare items and attire, if you get above 15, then the game starts to change. You will see. I will explain when it happens. But for now, it's just not. So first things first, we're going to open this gate here. We're going to pop down there and see if Eileen has spawned, because I don't know if completing this part of the level is what makes her a fjord. So if we get 15 insight, this guy here with a lantern gets those Bibles in it and gains a projectile attack. Which, annoying, right? Cool, 104. Just for an R2 without charging it up. There's the wooden shield. There's my normal bad guy. Eileen is not there, so she's standing over by the gate. This guy doesn't spawn in that instance, but the sack man's still there. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically clear out this upper cathedral ward, quote unquote, because it's not strictly called that. And then we're not even going to kill the boss at the top Jarl, whose name I've completely forgotten, bless her. All of the characters in this game have a name, all the tragic ones, have a name that starts with the same letter, but I can't remember what it is. You know, they're like Annalise's and such. Oh, hello! Jesus, no warm-up shot, nothing. Rude. Cool. So there's this thing where you sort of run and then weave around people like that. So, let's open this. They should stay in that foyer. And then there's two more hunters. Go on then! Thank you. This guy with this big pimpy hat, a flamethrower, which takes him like 2 seconds to let off. Really annoying. Oh, and he doesn't stop firing either, he just keeps going, even if you attack him. Cool. So, Rude. I'm concerned that I'm not attacking quick enough and I'm going to get killed here. Cool. So. Now, just got to make sure. Shit! Not going to lie, it did make me jump, only because I was worried about one of those guys attacking me through the wall. Because obviously they can attack for offence, it's only offence. No need to cause offence. But yeah. In a way, I'm quite glad I've ignored this game for a good year. Because I did devote a great deal of time to it. Nurse. So. Oh, hello. So, there is a chap crashed out on the floor there. And then there's this bad boy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Let's be having it. And the guy's shooting down at the end. Oh, shit. These projectiles do reach the whole way down. I was hoping they didn't. That was annoying. I got stuck on a bit of scenery. There we go. Fired 3 bullets. The second one I didn't mean to. That was merely just a reflex section. He's come to get me. Let's talk to this person.
We've the deepest gratitude for the church and all they do for us. The deepest, widest gratitude. Yes. Yes. The deep.
Don't know what they're punching the shit out of. The lanterns of incense keeps the beast away, so that stops them going in. However, all the people that are inside and already corrupted with whatever the fook is going on in this town are already sort of stuffed anyway. So that's the guy up top trying to shoot at me. Let's. Is this where the punching noise is coming from?
Praise you. Praise the old damn church.
I'm not wearing church attire.
Best of luck hunting. Best luck of all. Praise you.
So the blood, we're not going to go this way, we're going to drop down from above for these guys, but I do need to proceed down here to get some N to the P to the C's. Whoop whoop.
Oh, my, would I take it? What is? I'm off, if that doesn't. Oh, thank might you know the night is long.
I think the reason that first bit of dialogue happens is because
maybe I'll see
you could, in theory, save up your blood echoes and get that, you know, chief thing without triggering the next part of the game, which would have been killing.
You, what? You what? And step away. What you think this? Well, I'll have nothing. What's this? I heard you. Well, she said, all right. All right. But you think?
So this guy does the opposite of what you tell him to. So I'm gonna just ensure that he goes to Erdin Chapel by sending him to Yusefka's clinic. So now we've cleared out some of these guys from here, which is handy. Not compulsory, but handy. Because now we're gonna circle around and come down from the top. I don't usually do this way, but yeah. So now that we've opened, we'll get that item quickly, because no one's near it. That guy's all the way over there. This might be a bloodstone shard, I'm not entirely sure. Yep, cool. It's not. This is all madness stuff. And then this links up with here, which links up with here. Running out of stamina, so I'm going to start walking. Right at the point where I need to start running. So. And then we're going to jog through here, because we can, and back to here. So that's that little loop. Now that we've opened up that gate, yes, here she is. So.
Oh, hello there. Not to go near the tomb below Erdin Chapel in the Cathedral Ward. Henrik, an old hunter, has gone mad. And he's my mark. Don't I have business there first?
That's the second emote you can get from Eileen. There is a third one. Ah! Jesus. Thought I'd accidentally triggered attack then. That sound definitely was the sound of me cacking my pants. No beast can get in here because of the incense that's burning everywhere. Keeps everybody safe.
Oh, this here is a safe place, but next time, if you find any sane suckers in... I know
So this guy, you're supposed to sound a bit, you know, you're supposed to creep you out a little bit. So what we'll have is those two people I spoke to will end up here. You know, there is dialogue options for sending one and not the other, but sadly I won't trigger any of them. It treats it as if the woman got here first and then the bloke followed later. This chair, for example, ends up being quite important later. Dun, dun, dun. So, Henrik's down here. And then if I engage him in a duel, Eileen will then join us. And honestly, I'm concerned that I'm going to get killed. Well, I know I'm going to get killed, most definitely, which resets the event to some degree. Unless Eileen dies, in which case she sort of is then dead. Hi Henrik, how's it going, mate? How's it going? Etc. Oh, thought I could dodge through that. Definitely couldn't. Oh! Hey! Get bent, mate. He's got so much HP, it's unreal. Eileen's here, so that's cool. Gunshot was Eileen. And that's him. Whoa! Spamming loser. Cheesing time! Henrik, get bent. I love those Blades of Mercy is what they're called. I need to try not to attack Eileen. Let's keep her safe. Woo! Henrik is really on his gun spam today. Shit! So, we're going to spawn back in and we're going to resume this duel again. But this time I'll obviously... I mustn't have noticed that my health was that low. Yeah, the thing is I'm capable enough at this game that I can get to where I need to be, but also a bit rusty. Therefore I'm getting myself killed for silly damn reasons, really. Pyong. And annoyingly we can't just go from here straight back to the chapel and run down to see Henrik again. We have to bounce back to the Hunter's Dream. Go from there. However, as we're here, we are going to... We picked up this comb, we're going to give it to the doll, because we're nice like that.
Welcome. What
and
is
guess what?
it?
This is yours.
What? What is this? I can't remember. Not a thing, only I feel a yearning, something I never felt before.
Has a little cry.
What's happening to me? Tell me, Hunter, could this be joy?
Moon's quite big. Yeah. So, we've got the tear stone.
Welcome, what is... Farewell, good...
Now, I'm not going to, at this point, use any of the cold blood. I'm playing as a male character and not to... I don't know, not to cause any offence to anyone, but I will be selling the doll's clothing because it is worth a great sum of blood echoes. You know, it's not very strong. I think it's even sort of weaker than the initial army you start with, but it does look cool, you know, cosplay in the game. And we are going to put this blood gem in there just so I can slowly recover health, because every little helps. And then obviously there is a better gem there for weapons, so if I pick up another firearm at a later date, I can whack that one in and use that to actually do more damage with a pistol. Or firearm, whichever one I actually use. Did I pick up any more? What's this? So that's strength scaling, that's the blunt one, isn't it? No, heavy. Obviously this is a skill weapon, so putting the... You know, that's not going to help very much at all. Alright, let's do this thing. All the picture frames are empty.
The healing will one day worked and forged today. Most mid-birthday have, and so ascend to Erden Chapel.
Funnily enough, go back to Erden Chapel now, going as it happens. So, unseen headstones. This is the unseen areas of the game, I think technically is what you can call that. Awakening headstone. Interesting. No places to awaken there. LeonAmong headstone. Oh yeah, and then this very last one, which is all mangled up. Hasn't got a name yet. So this one hasn't got a name? Ah, okay. It's clever. So, LeonAmong headstone, that makes most sense. But yeah, the unseen places, and then there's a... where are we going? Cathedral Ward? Yes, because there's no point spawning anywhere else. I think we'll draw this stream to a close soon. If anyone stumbles across this stream and wants to have a look, you'll see on my channel I've had various PvPs, etc. in this game.
Oh, thank you.
You'll see some Dark Souls 3 content, I would imagine. There's a gesture I'm never going to actually need to use.
Come close, don't worry.
So you can get blood of Ariana, you can get blood of somebody else. Here's this guy.
Ah, you.
Douchebag.
The swindling of didn't it? Go.
Yeah, he's a bit of a mug, really.
Last bit, and it was it.
So his face all screwed up by the. He is just
You
a character.
stay away from me. I know all you.
Yeah, whatever, love. Anyway, let's go and have Henrik kick my ass again, really.
Ah, thank well, just if you send.
Okay. Accidentally triggering emotes here. You can hold down the X button and then shake your controller around and trigger emotes, but I've never found it to work reliably for anything I particularly wanted to do. It's just when you're obviously shifting position and happen to be skipping dialogue, you can accidentally trigger one. Funny! Sorry for yawning. Right, they will be mid-fight now because we've already sort of triggered the fight to start. Okay, good. I thought Eileen was dead. What's the health bar like, Eileen? How you doing, love? So we are going to just stand here and attack. I need to be able to circle fast enough, so I need to be a minimum distance of this far away, so that I can. Shit. Eileen, get out of the way. If you attack her, she becomes hostile to you as well. It's annoying. Stop dodging in front of me, woman. There you go. Let me just do enough to chip in and stop you. Ah! Shit. If she dies here, I'm going to be quite miffed. Ah! Woo! Shit. That was me dead, by the way. Ah, Eileen. Fuck's sake. And now I'm dead. Good. So, that means I will not get a rune that I wanted. That means that I will not get a gesture I wanted. I think there's 2 more gestures actually. Definitely one. That means that might even change the ending of the quest entirely. Because I don't think the first eventuality is going to crop up, so that's bloody annoying. We're going to pop down there. Don't think I lost any blood echoes, because obviously I died anyway. But there would have been an item that was dropped. So it's entirely possible that at this point, rather than waiting for the end of pretty much end game to get the weapon I wanted to get, I could be able to purchase it now. That also means that I have to sort of go hell for leather and try and kill Henrik myself, unless he's moved on from this. Nope, still there. And that's where I died. That's my big puddle of blood. Alright, let's pick up this shit. Fuck off, mate. He's going to shoot me, innit? Right, I've got the hunter badge, so... Whee! Get fucked. How far Can I kite him? Is he going to get stuck on the staircase? Is he going to follow me all the way down? He's going to get annoyed and stand there, right? That's maybe what I should have done, you know? Dragged him down here. Shit! Getting stuck on the furniture! Woo! So, that, the blood echoes that I just received, I believe, is when you go so far into the level that the enemies and the terrain spawn, but then you leave the area, so the terrain disappears, but the enemies are still there. They thus fall into nothingness and die. Let's see if it happens again. I don't know how far into the level you have to go to reset it either way. So maybe up to these stairs will spawn the church bit and despawn the area behind me. Then we can repeat. But yeah, Henrik sucks. Cannot believe Eileen's died. That is literally the worst case scenario. Enough for me to consider starting this playthrough again. As it happens. I can purchase armor and get a weapon now, which is fantastic, but it's going to cost astronomical amounts of blood echoes as well, but New Game Plus, whoop whoop! At that point, you carry forward all your weapons and God, that's devastating. And you retire. So I'll be better equipped to kill Henrik in good order instead of... he was on one though. Eileen literally didn't stand a chance. Quite annoying really. She can normally even do it by herself, but definitely not allowing her to die. So, is this insight based or is it blood echoes? I'm pretty sure it's blood echoes. Blades of Mercy, 40,000 blood echoes. Attire, like 12,000 a pop. Not too worried about the beak mask until later. You'll see the frenzy resistance is ridiculously high on that, because obviously she's the hunter that hunts down hunters that have got mental, therefore she would have good frenzy resistance. At least Jura's questline's been preserved. Bloody hell. Annoying. Oh well. Let's... holding knives and things. It'd be funny if you sold them for how much they actually were, saving you, you know, negating the use of actually using it. So in certain playthroughs, if you're not going to raise your arcane stat to 15, you could sell the hunter tools that you pick up, because you're not going to use them. It's not just this one, there is plenty of others. Sorry. Big yawn. You would also sell weapons that you're not going to use, or you'd end up with duplicates, but then when you do the next Game Plus, all the items are where they should be, so again you'll just, you know, end up with duplicates of things. So we can sell this, we can sell that, we can sell that, we can sell that. It's not even worth selling that for the 30 and the 60, you might as well keep it just for hilarious usage. If and when. Really annoyed. So, that's sell. Now let's acquire. Attire. We're definitely going to get the garb, because it looks cool. And we definitely, at later dates, they're 8,000 a pop, so I can buy each of those two things, and then we'll just save the mask for later. But don't need to use the whole attire right now. And we're definitely way off 40,000 for the, oh yeah, the repeating pistol. So this weapon's handy. It uses 2 bullets a shot, I believe. Yep. And, you know, does a substantial amount of sort of just standard damage. For example, that's 70, that's 90. But we're going to wait and acquire a better pistol. There's the Kirk hammer, which we could in theory use. Relies on strength. You would need to pump 6 levels into strength to use it, to equip it. And then considerably more levels to make it worth using. Threaded cane was an optional start weapon, as was this, as was that one. The saw cleaver. Saw spear we find straight away, but then when you get the relevant badges, which aren't listed here, sadly, when you find the badges, then yeah. It's the Hunter Chief emblem. That's what would have opened the gate. God, that's really annoying. We're gonna get the hand lantern just because it's fun, not for any reason. It becomes a little bit useful. It saves you having to change over to a torch if it's particularly dark. There are a few instances where it would be useful.
Well,
but
what? Very well. Let me.
well annoyed. You know, usually between level 40 and 50 at this point, you know, good shock of vitality, good a bit of endurance. One of my attack skills quite hefty up on the weapon that I've chosen to use,
Farewell,
you know,
good
reinforced to
hunter.
a certain degree. So, I'm gonna have to go back and kill him, but we're not gonna do that now. I'm gonna cease, you know, make myself a meal because it's lunchtime. I'm gonna stop streaming. So, peace out, folks.